Good evening, everyone. So today is Saturday 26. We are all again gathering here at this time to practice meditation. So sitting comfortably in upright position, and making sure that there is less distraction during this time of a practice, and having a motivation to continue practicing until you hear the gong. The motivation to practice of a meditation is very important, and that is also a form of the right effort. So having an effort to remain in wholesome action that we are going to do. We all know that all creatures, whether humans or any other animals, all the sentient beings has got this quality to be the Buddha. So called is a Buddha nature. It's a hidden in the deep consciousness in our hearts and minds. And all what we need to do is to find a way to uncover that gem, the Buddha nature. So it takes a significant an effort and as well as dedication. Importantly, you have to have the motivation to find the ways to unfold the truth. So practice of a meditation is one of the effective ways that helps us to unfold the secret. So, the nature of the Buddha is to be aware, to know, and to be alert. And what to know? Well, the first quality is what do we should know. And here, a knowing is anything that arises in the present moment is knowing as they are, and that is the first knowing. And here, because our mind may not be sharp enough and not concentrated, or concentration is not enough, and as a result, the first thing that we should develop is to know the object that we have chosen to establish our mindfulness, known as a foundation of concentration. Now, this is again the object that we have given to a mind to be concentrating. So first thing first is to know that object clearly, and having a right understanding and a right attitude towards that object. So you will be working with that object continuously. So that's the first knowing. And after you have established your concentration, you become a master of your own mind, and you are able to keep the mind observed in this object, and knowing that as well, that your mind is concentrated, your mind is peace, your mind is in a state of the calmness, and that is also knowing. Further on, knowing that your mind is not concentrated and your mind is deluded, or your mind is under the influence of greed or hatred, that also you know. Right? So there are so many different ways to know things the way it is. And that is the first thing to develop. Knowing as they are. And the second is awakening or awaken. And here, mind is always awake towards any object may arise. And here we again, being mindful of the object that we have chosen to pay attention to, and which is again, it's our deliberate distraction that we have created to the mind from many distractions. We are simply being in a singular mind, giving one object. So it's our intended distraction. And we are fully alert with that. Fully awake to know that at all the time. Suppose you are comfortable with the primary object as incoming breath and outgoing breath. You're always awake to it. Your mind is always alert. As soon as it comes in, you know it is. Your mind never goes to dullness. Your mind never goes to the drowsiness. But your mind is fully awake at that time, and your mind is sharp and alert at all the time. And you're able to define it immediately when it arises. So when breathe in, you know that you are breathing in, rather than after you have breath and just about to breathe out, you realize, oh, I was breathing in. No. You have to realize when it is taking place. And that is only possible when you are fully awake and your mind is fully energetic and alertness. Right? And that is the second qualities that we have to develop in our mind through the meditation, that whatever things arises, we are fully awake and fully alert. As soon as it arises, as soon as it happens, we are able to make a mental note or consciously aware of that. Like, I know that I am breathing in, or I know that it's rising. Similarly, I know that it's falling, and I know that it is breathing out, like that. So alertness, an awakened mind. And that is the second quality that we can develop, and we should develop in the practice of a meditation. And with this, what happens is that not only the primary object that arises and falls, not only that we limit our awareness to the primary object, we will open up our senses and allowing all the senses to work. And here, when we talk about all the senses to let work, that means our six senses have begun to work. And this is, we are taking meditation with us, not living on a cushion, which means meditation is not just sitting on a cushion and having a ecstasy during the meditation. So we are taking meditation with you in our day-to-day life. And we allow things to happen. Eye sees forms, we know. Ear hears the sound, we know. And body comes to contact with the other objects, we know. And we will be able to respond objectively. Okay, so that is again the extra level of alertness. Alertness is at all the time. So it's not just awareness, but also alertness we are having here. And this alertness helps to deal with any situation, any uncomfortable incidences, and able to be mindful. You become a master, you become aware of your own thoughts. And with that, the last quality that we have to develop is the enjoyment. Enjoyment or equilibrium mind. Here, enjoyment is enjoying to be aware of things as they occur, and simply enjoy that I am knowing these things happening with a full alertness and awakeness. Nothing missed, nothing past unknown, and you enjoy that job. It's like a good security guard enjoys the guarding of people, and he recognizes everything who comes in and goes out, and enjoys seeing every one of them. And if someone doesn't come or someone doesn't leave, he also knows that. So he enjoys. And the same with our practice of a meditation too. Enjoy the moment here and now, aware of the primary object or aware of anything that takes place. And here again we see or we know the benefit of it, the benefit of the practice of a meditation. And once we have fully understood the benefit of a meditation, then it's become even more enjoyment of practicing meditation or being mindful of day-to-day life. With this, of understanding and realizing and knowing these things as they occur, as they happen, as they arises, we also know that this is just for temporarily, and it just happens and goes, arises and passes away. And with this, mind become a detached, mind become in a balance, complete balance, unshaken by the worldly matters. And that is the enjoyment in an equilibrium mind. Once we have completed these three qualities, then the Buddha nature gradually shines in us. It's like a shiny light arises. It's like a deep in the ocean we can see this light is just twinkling, gazing, and all what we need is to purify that until we see it clearly and continuously. The very moment when we are able to keep it continuity and ability to observe completely and understand it with clear understanding, then the realization of the Buddha nature completes. So with this in mind, making sure that when you are meditating, knowing and keep your mind alert and awake, and keep the mind in balance at all the time. So with this in mind, whatever object that you have chosen, motivating yourself to know that object continuously. Keep your mind awake and alert, and the mind is unshaken, seeing the benefit of it, The meanwhile, whatever comes again, knowing, understanding, and let it be. So continue practicing until you hear the gong. Diligently, continuously, persistently, with the alertness, continue practicing. So practice the loving kindness meditation. Relax yourself and bring your attention to be mindful of your sitting body and aware of sensations in your body. And bring that awareness to your hands. Whatever sensations are there, just be mindful of that. And bring that awareness to your heart, feeling the beating heart and generating loving kindness and compassion to yourself. I am well. I am happy. I am free from suffering. May I be free from hurtfulness, hatred, jealousy, ill will, animosities, troubles in body and mind. Similarly, sharing loving kindness and compassion to all other sentient beings, or whatever beings there are, visible and invisible beings, in this room, in this country, on earth, in the universe. May they be well, may they be happy, may they be at peace. May they be free from suffering. May they be free from hurtfulness, hatred, jealousy, ill will, animosity, hostility, anxiety, troubles of body and mind. May all beings be happy. And as you hear the gong for the third time, slowly coming out from meditation and reflect for a while.